CSOs accuses DSS of leaking presidential election tribunal judgment. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news update, please click on the notification bell. Civil society organization CSOs have described the alarm raised by the Department of State Services of a planned violent protest by an unnamed group as confirmation that the cases at the Presidential Election Tribunal will be dismissed by the judges based on technical grounds. The CSO made this known in a jointly signed statement entitled DSS Alarm Over Post-Presidential Election Petitions Judgment Violent Protest. A clear case of leakage and confirmation that the case will be dismissed on technical grounds. According to the statement, which was made available to Real News on Monday, September 4th, said that the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, represented in this emergency joint statement by Emeka Umabalasi, the Southeast Zone of a Civil Liberties Organization, represented by Comrade Aloysius Emeka Atta, and the Southeast Coalition of Human Rights and Democracy Organization, a coalition of over 20 rights and democracy groups based in the Southeast, represented by Prof. Jerry Chukwukuru, jointly made bold to say that the alarm raised by Nigeria's spy police, DSS, over plans by some persons or group to stage violent protests regarding the long-awaited judgment of a 2023 Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal, scheduled for Wednesday, September 6, 2023, is a clear case of leakage and confirmation that the case will be dismissed on technical grounds. Part of a statement reads, and I quote, "The DSS alarm is also ill-conceived and politically motivated as its entirety and casts a serious doubt on the neutrality, impartiality, and credibility of the long-awaited judgment. It further raises a serious question mark on the integrity and independence of the 5 justices of a court of appeal handling the case. The alarm by the DSS is currently logically interpreted to mean that while the PEPT transited its information to the parties to the case of its readiness to deliver its verdict on Wednesday, September 6, 2023, it turned around and leaked the panel's verdict outcome to the executive arm in the present government of Nigeria, including its internal and external spy police establishment, particularly the DSS, warranting its ill-conceived and politically motivated panicky and intimidating alarm. The DSS, therefore, was chronically illiterate in its handling of a subject matter under discourse for purpose of neutrality, impartiality, credibility, safety, and popularity of the long-awaited judgment. The DSS ought not to have issued the alarm, and if it reasonably, credibly, and neutrally suspected any planned violent protest in connection with the long-awaited judgment, it would have been literally and credibly handled by sharing such intelligence with other security agencies without publicity and creation of panics and fear born out of desperation, partisanship, repression, and abuse of statutorily and constitutionally delegated responsibilities. With the DSS alarm, therefore, it is most likely correct to say that the 2023 Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal has already told Nigerians and international watchers through the DSS the direction of its long-awaited judgment. Dismissal of a case on the grounds of technicalities devoid of meritorious consideration. The International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law has observed in a joint statement dated August 5, 2023, issued with the International College of Democracy and Human Rights, Enugu, the Eastern Democracy and Human Rights Coalition, Port Harcourt and Southeast-based Coalition of Democracy and Human Rights Organizations, Enugu, that apart from a corrupt judge being worse than a demented man running amok with a sharp knife in a crowded market, he also hides under the cloak of technicalities and political orbiters as his ratio descendendi or facts derived from the weak laws or legal loopholes. Inter-Society also pointed out that the majority of Nigerian judges and pro-establishment lawyers have earned notorious and crooked expertise in legal technicalities, loopholes, and political orbiters, and that these crooked feats, so achieved especially since 2015, have left Nigeria with the internationally rated or measured status of second to none in the world, to the extent that in the international jurisprudential discourse, the growth of law in Nigeria amounts to undergrowth of law in democracy. Compliant countries with international jurisprudential best practices in that killer law, such as legal technicalities or loopholes thrive and shape the laws of countries with endemic and pandemic corruption, under which Nigeria is unarguably and inescapably classified. Now the thing is, after all this big grammar, all they're saying is there has been a leak. There has been a leak of the PEP, of the tribunal verdict. And as there have been a leak, even the DSS wey even then gets the leak, I mean they leak the issue, give the executive arm of government, then the executive arm of government tell their own, spy police, which is the DSS, and the DSS is not handling this thing well at all. The DSS is coming out and saying, they noticed that they said that there's going to be a protest, violent protest. They are cooking up story. But this time around, this is not far from the truth. Even if the DSS, they even told the DSS and the DSS heard of a protest, maybe what they'll do is to tell other security agencies to see you, look at what they are planning. How do we go about this? Then go call liars and make sure, say, at the end of the day, at least they get information and they can do something reasonable with it. Meanwhile, this particular verdict is supposed to just be like if you bake cake, that cake has never bring an out from oven in all its glow, in all its freshness. As you bring it out of the oven, now that place be the moment of defining of your making your cake. Not you don't bring her for oven after you can't put them back. I don't know if you understand me. It doesn't make sense. It certainly does not make sense. Like I always say, if economic policy is general to all Nigerians, it doesn't skip tribe or political party. It doesn't say this is a Yoruba man, Hausa man, or Igbo man. It doesn't say this is APC, PDP, or Labour Party man. It is good and favorable, and it will be good for all. And if it is bad, it is bad for. And this is what Nigerians want. You are not giving you are not saying some people are better than others on one hand. You are not doing that. So this particular information, this particular verdict is supposed to be fresh out of the oven. When they mean fresh out of the oven, it's like you go to a hospital for tests. You understand? The test where you run, the hospital people, as they bring them from the lab, nobody looked at it, nobody snapped it, nobody cameraed it. It was given like that, fresh and sealed. You understand? And given to the doctor, they come and give it to you, and that is when they'll not break the news to you. Not somebody in the hospital have carried information. Oh, if it is HIV positive, you have, this person have HIV or this person have TB. You understand me? It is supposed to be highly confidential. Now it has been compromised. Let us see what the judiciary would do. All eyes are still on the judiciary. Alright, so on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.